Alrighty then. So my YouTube channel tells me that it's time to do another Match to Masters. Well, actually, the analytics has shown me that the viewers are dropping off, and the few pennies that I get out of this are dropping off. So it's time. It's time to make another Match to Masters. So as you know before, there are. Excuse me, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. There are a total of 10 of the chess masters match the masters, and this is number 6. And before I try to randomize them, I think I did 2 first, and then I did 4 or 3, and 1, and whatever. So I did 5 of the first one. So from this point on, to save myself a little confusion, we're going to go from 6 through 10 in numerical order. So let's get there. Advanced, I think it is. Match to Masters. Skip the introduction, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be Seidman versus Reshevsky. I don't think you can. Well, these videos are supposed to be in HD, but sometimes it doesn't behave that way. You probably can't see that faint, tiny font, but sometimes when you let it play for a while, it clears up. But in any case, there it is. So let's get started. It is approximately 1:10, 1:09, 1:10 in the morning, and I don't know how long this one's going to be. I think experience tells me that the further down the list it goes, it seems like the harder it is. So hopefully it's not true. But let's see if we can get through this. Here we go. So it's according to this. Again, I'm going to try to minimize the reading. According to this, it's April of 1942, 5 months after the United States entered the war. 16 players are gathered at the Hotel Astor in New York for the 4th U.S. Championship tournament using the modern style of counting. 1936 saw the first official U.S. Championship, 1938 the second, 1940 the third. Earlier in the year, it appeared that there would be no tournament for 1942. In January, the officials of the U.S. Chess Federation had canceled the event, saying the present time is not propitious. Okay, but under pressure from the chess community, Al Horowitz and the Chess Review, they reversed themselves. Well, actually, I think I might actually read this whole one. This is interesting, actually. On hand is 3-time defending champion Samuel Reshevsky. He's your partner, so we're going to be partnering with Samuel Reshevsky. I say we, but obviously I'm the one that's going to be doing it. And I'm going to try to figure out what his moves are, and let's. So he's a 3-time defending champion. So your white opponent is the rising star of the Marshall Chess Club, the brilliant Herbert Seidman, making his second appearance in the championship tournament. The opening is the Roy Lopez, the so-called Spanish torture. Your task as black is to break the chains of the Lopez and somehow win this game. You can do it, Rich. You can do it. Okay, there's a period there. Even I can't see that small period. Okay, you can do it. Reshevsky's task is somehow to win the tournament. To win the tournament, again, those periods are really tiny. Reshevsky's task is to somehow win the tournament. It turned out not to be so easy. I'm not doing a great job at reading this, am I? Okay, so needless to say, let's just get on with this. Reshevsky did prevail sooner or later, and 6 wins, 2 losses, 3 draws. Okay. So this is the Ruy Lopez. Okay, I gotta tell you, I've played this sort of, I'm not really great at knowing openings, but obviously your bishop is under attack, and you need to do something about it. The usual is to move the bishop to g6. So, looking at the list, we can dismiss. I mean, I can dismiss knight a5 because I certainly don't want him to capture my bishop. I don't know what they did in those days. It was a long time ago, but I can possibly accept rook b8 because he takes your bishop, I take his. Possibly queen d8. What? Queen b8, excuse me. Queen b8, same thing, only different. C takes b2. No, I mean, you're just gonna give up your bishop? I don't think so. E takes d4. Same thing. Wait. C takes b2. Oh, right. Wait. No, actually, C takes b2 is actually a viable move. Because if he takes your bishop, or takes my bishop, I'm going to take his rook and get a queen. So that is a very viable move. I'm going to consider that one. He takes d4 is not, again, that's the other thing where he's just going to take a bishop. Knight takes d4 again is just going to, well, knight takes d4, then he takes your knight. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Knight takes g4. Then he takes your knight. Then you take his pawn. You're going to get 2 pawns for a knight. But you are opening up that king, making it very dangerous for him. I'm going to say that that's a viable idea. You're sacrificing the exchange. You're getting a couple pawns, but you're destroying his pawn structure in front of the king. That could be a very convenient thing to do. Bishop g6 is probably out of the question. Where is bishop g6? Oh, but bishop g6 was my first original statement. Bishop g6 is okay. That's normally what it usually is. Bishop g6 will bring the bishop here, attacking this pawn, and then the knight, and a few other things. So bishop g6 and C takes b2 are the 2 viable moves that I'm going to consider. There's 1 or 2 other that I almost thought about. I never, I don't ever remember in the Ruy Lopez. I can speak. I do it all the time. I don't ever remember being able to get a pawn this high up. I didn't watch the original opening that closely to see how this pawn got up there. But certainly, if I was playing and I managed to get a pawn up there, I might consider this for sure. So I'm going to go ahead with C takes b2, threatening to take the rook and get a queen. That would be nice. That was incorrect. Wow, it was queen b8. Well, we do seem to be starting off this first part of the puzzle with a surprise. I was considering rook b8 and queen b8 before as a possible viable move. If it were me, I would have taken the pawn and then moved my bishop. But that's okay. Queen b8 it is. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to lose any points for that one. It wasn't a bad move that I decided to take, but still. Okay, now he moved his bishop inside. Now you have the point where he's still attacking your bishop, or he's still attacking my bishop. But I can take his bishop, he'll take my knight, then what? It's going to lose material. On the other hand, if I allow him to take the knight, if I move my bishop and allow him to take the knight, I lose material as well. So I have a couple options in my head. I didn't look at the list yet. I'm thinking knight takes d4, possibly. I'm thinking that pawn takes, the c takes b2 again, possibly. Okay, so this is what's on the board. Queen b6 is on the board. I'm not sure what that does. I'm just, I suppose, knight b4. Knight b4. Knight b4 what? No. Knight b4, I just don't see the reason. Well, I guess attack his bishop twice. C takes b2 is still up there. Knight takes d5, which I did suggest. Bishop g6. Bishop g6, he takes the knight. I take the pawn. Possibly. Wow, this is a tough one. All right. I can't, I can't calculate like this. Like, it's, I'm showing myself to be a very bad calculator tonight. I guess maybe a couple too many glasses of this wine. Instinct tells me knight takes d5. That's what I'm going to go with. Well, this is only 39 pages, huh? So I guess maybe this video, if I don't make too many stupid things, this video will last less time than some of the other ones we've done. Let's go with it. And that is correct. So my instinct was correct. Very good. So maybe I didn't have that much wine after all. Okay, now the knight again is under attack. What about knight takes d4 this time? I like knight. Yeah, it's up there. Knight takes d4 threatens the queen. He'll take the knight with his knight, or he could take it with the rook. There's two attackers against one defender on this, so that might not be such a great idea. Still, that bishop is still hanging. Bishop g6 is still on the board. Alright, knight a5. Why? Let him take the bishop? I don't think so. Knight b4. Knight b4 does what? Doesn't do much at all. Knight takes d4, which was one of my suggestions. Seems to me the most viable move so far. C takes b2 is again on the list. If I take the pawn, it might make knight takes d4 invalid later. But he will have to respond. He'll have to take that pawn, which leaves that knight still stranded. I don't like it. I don't like it. So c takes b2. Oh, I said that already. Well, c takes b2. Takes it. Let me look at this again. C takes b2. Bishop takes b2 or queen takes... No, bishop takes b2. Then what do I do? I can't take with the knight. Oh, I could, but there's like 3 defenders on it. I don't like it. c2. Yeah, I'll just he'll move the queen, take the pawn. Because I'm threatening to take, you know, forking the rook and the knight. And obviously, it's like I'm telling him to take it. That actually might work. So he takes the pawn. I take the pawn with the knight on d4. If he decides to take back because I'm threatening his queen with the knight, then I have the pawn to take back again if I need to. Then he takes my bishop. All right. E takes d4. I don't like it. He takes my bishop. Simple as that. Bishop g6. He takes my knight. And I have no retaliation. Yes, I do. He takes my knight. I take... No, it doesn't work. At least my wine buzzed head doesn't seem to make it work. Let's go back to... Let's go back to c2. Oh, bishop g6. This time it was simply just put the bishop back the way I usually play. Oh well. Okay, sip of wine. Now I can't take the pawn with the pawn because my bishop is open. Is there a rook move or a queen move to protect that bishop? No. Oh, the knight is there, but I still have to move that knight. There's knight a5. There's knight a7. There's knight d8. And there's bishop b1. I should say bishop takes b1. That's bishop takes the knight. Maybe. E takes d4. No. Well, actually, yes. I can take it. But then he'll still take the knight. And then I'm down a knight. Then there's e4. e4 is protected by the bishop. It threatens the knight, his knight. And then if he takes my knight, I take his. Then he takes my bishop, and I'm still lost. Ooh, this is a tough one. All right. It seems to me that... No, see, I trade. I take the knight. He takes the bishop. I can move the knight. But if I take the knight, he takes the knight. I mean, yeah, if I take the knight and he takes my knight, then I can move my bishop back. You know, that might work. That might work. You know, I'm not in a very good. I'm not in a my best calculating mode tonight. So forgive me, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to commit to this. I already started it. I cannot stop it. Let me see. Yes, bishop takes b1. Let's go with it. Oh, the correct answer is knight a5. This is not good. I am not doing good in this one. I should have warmed up before this. I just jumped into this computer chair and decided to do a match the masters without thinking about warming up. All right, so I'm not really looking at the list. I'm trying to see what would I do in this position. I would like to move the rook underneath that bishop. Or even move the pawn up f6 to protect that other pawn twice. That knight on a5 is looking so uncomfortable. I wouldn't probably never moved it there if it was me. I would have avoided that, putting the knight on the rim. All right, let's see what the thing says. Knight b3. Why? Block off the queen. Queen b7. I kind of like that move. Attack the pawn. I will consider that. We'll leave it highlighted. E takes d4. I don't want to lose that. No, I don't want to lose that bishop. That's out of the question. e4. That is a viable move. But it's not. It's got, you know, if I move e4, then it's got one protector, that's the bishop, and he's got two attackers, that's the knight and the queen. Bishop f6. Giving another protection against that pawn. It's a viable move. Does it go any further than that? It's a little messy. I don't like it. f6. That's probably better than bishop f6. Rook e8. Well, there's that rook move I was looking for. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to even think about it. Incorrect. Folks, I am not doing well in this one. Okay. Rasevsky, I don't play like you. Okay, the correct answer was e takes d4. I can't believe it. Allowing him to take the bishop? And there it is. He took the bishop, just like I thought he would. Now, I'm not even going to look at the board this time. Again, I'm saying the same thing over again, but I'm going to move my rook to e8 now. And sure enough, it's up there. Let me see if there's anything else. I mean, I could take the pawn. You know, d takes c3. That's certainly a viable move. D takes c3 is up there. It's on the second one. Knight b3 I'm still not liking. I like d takes c3. All right, bishop c2. C2. C2, yeah, bishop C2. Threatening the rook, yeah. That's a good move. But he's just going to put the rook there anyway. Rook E8. Well, yeah, of course. That's the one we just mentioned before. Queen E8. No. No, I'm not ready to trade queens. I'm going to threaten his queen with my rook. Alright, so we're down to D takes C3, bishop C2, and rook E8. I'm going to round it down to D takes C3 or rook E8. I like D takes C3 because if I don't take it now, he's going to move it up. He's going to push it. And then we're in trouble. D takes C3. I could always move the rook to E8. And that was not correct. And the rook to E8 was the right answer. Well, I did have it in mind. All right. All right. So do we take the pawn now? D takes C3 is still up there. Yeah, but now it's got the opportunity to chase his queen around. You know, what if I want to move H6? Is that up there? Yes, it is. I'm determined to take that pawn. Although if I threaten his queen, I can take that pawn some other time because he'll have to move the queen. So where will he go? He'll go to F4. He only has F4. And then how do I threaten from there? I kind of like the H6 idea. Alright, so is D takes C3 any better? Where is he going to move the knight? He's going to move the knight. You know, he has a choice to move it forward or reverse. So I think I'm going to still go with D takes C3. I like H6, but I'm going to close my eyes and click this button. Yes! Now it's D takes C3. So I basically had the right moves, just out of the wrong order. But as you know, sometimes order is everything. You could turn a good move into a bad move by moving it in the wrong order. But at least I got one right. Okay. Now I'm thinking H6 is... Well, wait. Do I want to go H6 or do I want to take his knight right away? Or do I just... Threaten his queen. He has to move it. Then I take H6 anyway. I mean, I'm sorry. Threaten his queen with H6, then he moves it, and then I take his knight on D2 anyway. Sounds right to me. Then he takes my bishop. I take his knight. Well, he's going to do that anyway, isn't he? But he has to take the pawn. If I take his knight now, he has to take the pawn. I could also move the pawn up and threaten his rook. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's see what's up there. First thing up there is C2. Yeah, that was my talk about threatening the rook. Bishop C2. Takes my bishop out of danger, threatens his rook. That might actually be a two birds with one stone thing. Okay, let's highlight that just in case. C takes d2. That was my first thought. f6. Yeah, well, yeah, they seem to be all good moves. h6 and queen b4. Queen b4. They all seem to be halfway decent moves, but queen b4 is the mysterious one. Is there something I can do with queen b4? No, I don't like it. Then he'll move his bishop up and threaten my queen. Fuck, excuse me, us. Screw that. Okay, so let's scratch queen b4 off the list. Let's go back to c2. I think we said that already. Well, you know, bishop c2 threatens the rook. Then he has to move it, and he can't move it anywhere but f1. Then I could probably get away with doing bishop d3, and he has nowhere to go with that rook. I kind of like that move. And it stops it from being attacked by the knight. The only problem with that is he's got his queen sitting in our house. And it's a little scary. Will he be able to monopolize on that? I don't see how. Let's do it. Ooh, incorrect. The answer was f6, in fact. A simple pawn move. Oh well. Okay. Can I take his knight now? Can I move the pawn up now? See, I wouldn't have played this way. Now I don't know what to do. I need to look at the list. Let me see. Let me see if I can think of something before I look. Well, I could. He's going to take that bishop. He's going to trade that knight for the bishop. I know he is. But what if I moved queen b7, threaten his pawn? Get that damn pawn out of the way. I could also take his knight. So queen b7 is not even up there. So that's off the list, unfortunately, because I would have thought about doing that. But I would have probably not done it yet. I would have, you know, I wouldn't doubt if queen b7 is on the list next. But right now it's not up there because we've got a knight that we can take, and it just seems to me that's the right thing to do. So is c takes d2 up there? It most certainly is. Let's highlight it for now. Okay, c2 is also up there, so both of those options are still up there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, yeah. I take the knight, then he takes back, and then I can move my knight to b3, forking his rook and bishop. That's a viable plan. But what about c2 again? I still like c2. And his bishop f7 is still there too. I still like bishop f7. Probably one of those moves where I wanted to do it before, but it was the wrong answer, and it's probably viable now. No, it's bishop c2. What did I say? Did I just screw up? Yeah, I was thinking about taking the pawn. It was the bishop c2 that I was thinking about doing before. Well, folks, sorry. That's what I get for drinking too much wine. Oh well. That was a good move. I should have thought of that. All right. Obviously, we're going to take the rook, right? Yeah. I mean, come on. Got to take it. Let's make sure he can't do anything, because his queen is awfully close. His knight is there. Yeah, I gotta take it. What are the other choices? C takes d2. I can take the knight. Bishop takes d1 is the rook. Bishop takes f5 is the other knight. Why would I want to do that? g6. Completely unnecessary, but maybe. And g5. g5 threatening the queen. I'm sorry. I can't resist. Resistance is futile. Yeah, there we go. When resistance becomes futile, you know it's the right move. Okay. You know, at this point, I'd be tempted to take that pawn and trade the bishop for it. But it may not be necessary at this moment. What about trading down for the rook? Wow, there's a long list up there. I don't even want to look at them right now. I could fork the bishop and the knight. I mean, the bishop and the rook with my knight. Let's watch out for his threats. So right now he's threatening a few things. Say he's threatening to take the pawn on f6, put me in check, and I got to take back. Then he has knight h6 check. Yeah, it looks dangerous. It looks real dangerous. So perhaps taking the knight with my rook, losing the exchange, because I got his rook anyway. I mean, and that bishop back there is safe for the time being. Perhaps taking the knight would be a good idea right now, because that looks like a mate threat to me. So is it up there? Rook takes e4. Is it up there? Yes, it most certainly is. Okay. Yeah, what else? What else do we have? Can we make any other major threats here? Not very quickly. I think we really need to get rid of that knight, because that knight is a big threat. Because he'll sacrifice that knight for the pawn, and he'll have a mate threat. Okay, that's what I'm going to go with. And that is correct. Well, maybe I'm not so bad tonight after all. I thought that went through. All right. Page 13 of 39. Okay. Now that we've done that, what do we do about that bishop back there? I feel a sneeze coming on. I think it's a little allergies. Okay. Now do we have some other threats that we can manifest? So he has He has knight. Yeah, he has knight e6. Check. Do we have the ability to ignore that? It's possible, a little dangerous maybe. So we have knight b3 forking his bishop and rook. Okay. Then he puts me in check with his knight. I move somewhere. Then what? What does he have after that? Well, if I move... Yeah. Check. I move this way. If I move to F, he takes the pawn. That's not a good thing. If I move to H, well, I can move to, well, yeah, no, if I move to H, then he can't do that. But what? Okay, it's a dangerous thing, but if I move to H, I think I'll be okay. Or do I just simply move the queen to E8 and offer to trade queens? Or do I do nothing on that and just fork his rook and bishop? Wow, this is a tough one. Okay, let's look at the list. Knight b3. That's the fork. Bishop b3. I don't know why. Queen e8. There's that offer the trade. So what do we have so far? We have knight b3, the fork, offer the trade, queen e8. All right, then it's queen b3. Yeah, well, it pins the pawn. But do we fear the mate threat that he has going on? Queen c8. That would be a mistake. That would be queen c8, by the way, people, would be the thing that would lose points rather than gain. Do you see it? I'll give you a few seconds. Queen c8, knight e7 check, forking the queen and the king. So that would be the big mistake that makes us lose points. So we will not consider queen c8. That is off the board. c2. Yeah, I kind of like c2. You know, c2 is just waiting to be pushed. But sooner or later, I'm going to have to move that bishop, and the queen's going to take it anyway. g6. Threatening the knight, telling the knight to go ahead and put me in check. It looks like it's going to be between the fork or the queen move. I'm going to offer the trade. Queen e8. And that is correct. Pat myself on the back. Okay, now we definitely have to do something with that knight, do we not? Yes, we do. Now that fork is most dominant. I don't even have to look at the list. Our knight is under attack. There's only one safe place for it, and that safe place also forks his 2 pieces. And that is knight b3, because the bishop is there to protect it. And sure enough, the first one on the list is knight to b3. But let us look at the others anyway. Queen e1 check. Well, I certainly like that one. Bishop f3. No. Wait. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it gets me. Queen takes a4. No, because now he's got a rook there and the queen. Why would I do that? That would be silly. Well, queen takes a4, rook takes a4, bishop takes a4, queen takes a4. No, thank you. Alright, so knight b3 and queen e1 check so far. g6 is the only other move on the list. And that is simply out of the question. We have to do something about that knight. It's as simple as that. So it's either knight b3 or queen e1 check. Queen e1 check, he moves his king. Knight b3. I like it. I like that scenario. See, if I move the knight b3 first, what does he do? Not sure, actually. Yeah, we'll end up trading some pieces, whatever. So queen, I think the check move is first. Incorrect. It's knight b3. Oh my god. I had a choice of 2. I had a 50-50 chance. And I got it wrong. Take that pet off my back. Take that pet off my back. Slap me. Okay. Now what? Can I put him in check now? Please? Alright, let me see. Oh, another long list. Well, queen e1 check is still there. Do I take the bishop? If I do, why? If I take the bishop, I'm separating his. That is, I'm giving him the connection between his king. I mean, I could talk. I do it all the time. If I move the knight, take his bishop, I am giving him the connection between his queen and king. No, try it again, Patrick. Queen and rook. I really didn't drink that much tonight. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just tired, I guess. Alright. Alright, you know, screw it. I'm not even going to look at the rest of the list. I'm going to go with the queen e1 check again. It's wrong again. Alright, so this is going to be a frivolous night where I just, like, screw it all and just say the first thing. Alright, so the correct answer was knight takes c1. I did not like the idea, but they did it. Okay. Can I put you in check now? Please. Actually, now that I think about it. See? Because I wasn't really calculating straight through. Now if I put him in check, he moves the king. I put him in check again with the bishop, and I take his rook. Okay. Not even going to look at the rest of the list. Incorrect. Oh, shit. Folks, am I just getting too impatient tonight? Am I just trying to rush through this video? It was, in fact, c2 this time. That good old c2 just waiting to be played all this time. Can I put you in check now, please? Alright, what are the other moves? No. Oh, because if I abandon my back rank with my queen right now, he has queen takes rook. Check. Got to be careful of that. What if we do something with the rook right now? Rook c8 is there. Rook b8 is there. I'm sorry. Queen e1 check is still a good move. I'll come back. I'll come back for you, kingy. Queen d8. Shit. Dag nabbit. I'm gonna get a low score tonight. And I'm out of one. Alright. I'll think of the next move. Then I'll give it to you guys for a few seconds and let you figure it out. Then I'll come back and make the wrong move again. I'm going to go with attacking the queen. Rook b8. There's also queen b8, which I'm not going to do. Queen d7. Yeah, d7, which is a possibility maybe. But I don't want to. g6. Attacking the knight. Alright, so I'm going to leave you with my thinking, and comment if I'm wrong. And of course we'll find out as soon as I come back. But and it is 2 a.m. I'm thinking rook b8. I like to attack that queen right now, but I'm also thinking g6 is also a good move. He'll have to move the knight, and he can't put me in check anymore because the queen's there ready to take. So he'll have to move back, but he'll be attacking my bishop. So I'll make up my mind when I get back. You're gonna watch me on the right side of the camera here, the little bottom square screen. I'm gonna mute my microphone, and you can watch me go get my next glass of wine. Okay. By the way, speaking of the wine and the drinking, his name escapes me at the moment. Pardon me. There was somebody who commented, and he's from Mexico, and actually, I think it's him. I think it's this guy. Let me see. It could be Luis Ayala. I think it might be him. Well, he was kind of joking about the fact that my name is Festa, which in Italian is party. In Spanish, it's fiesta, and he liked the idea of me doing these match to masters with the wine and the drinking, and it's kind of like it's a party, and my name is Party, and it was kind of funny. So that's cool. So that's the theme for this one, and the last four is going to be party chess. We're sort of playing around with match to masters, and we're going to try and figure out how to see if we can make the same moves as the masters, and we'll get our score at the end and all that stuff. So if it is Lewis, I think it's Lewis. Thank you for that suggestion. That is the theme for the rest of the days. Any case, let's see. Oh, pardon my tooth fell out of my dentures recently. Anyway, so that'll be fixed soon. So let me see. I'm still thinking Rook B8. I'm still thinking it's only two moves. It's G6 or Rook B8. Alright, I move Rook B8 and he moves his queen where? Not sure. Where can he move it to make a really good threat against me? But I move G6. He has to move the knight somewhere. He'll probably move D4 and then later on C6. Now, I don't like to give him options. I'm going to go with the Rook B8. Correct! Yes! So it took me the time that it took me to get the glass of wine to think about this. Okay. All right. Okay, now maybe, just maybe, G6 now. Is it up there? Yeah, G6 is up there. But what else? What else can I do? Well, I could go Rook B8. I mean B1. That would be an interesting move, would it not? I'm guaranteed a piece. Alright, so I move Rook B1. He takes with his rook. I take with my pawn, get a queen. Nah, I don't like the idea. Let's just see if it's up there. Rook B1 is the first one on the list. Okay. It was an idea, but maybe. Does it work or no? Not really. Alright, so let's look at it again. Rook B1. He takes. I take. Get a queen. What did I lose? I lost a rook. He lost a rook. So he takes the queen. Now I have to move bishop back. Essentially, we trade rooks. But don't I lose a pawn? Yeah, I'm not too keen on this idea. All right. What else do I want to do? I don't want to look at the rest of the list right now. I see the first one is Rook B1, but I'm not going to look at the rest of the list. Let me see. The G6, is that still up there? Yes, it is. That's still a viable move. I also think that possibly Queen E8. Is that up there? Yeah, Queen E8 is also up there. Interesting. Actually, I'm liking Queen E8. And I'm less liking Rook B1 less. What about Rook B4? That's what they're suggesting? Let me see. Do I want to move Rook B4? Is there any reason to do that? Maybe, because I can take that pawn maybe sometime in the future. All right, what is the next? So Queen D7. Seems a little awkward to me. I'm not sure. Queen e8 is up there. I said that. That is g6. Yes, that's still up there. h5. Well, now. So queen d7 and h5 seem to be two moves that are supposed to work together. Which one is supposed to be first? That's an interesting thought. So here's my thoughts. Two of their moves that they're suggesting are queen d7 and h5. Now, if you notice, if I move h5, he's going to take, or he's going to move, or something, and then I move queen d7 and threaten the knight. But what if I move queen d7 first, and then surprise? That might be the right way. Okay, so rook b1 is still out of the question. Is still not a good idea, right? Queen d7, queen e8 was supposed to be my favorite so far. All right, so it's between these three moves, right? Queen e8, g6, and h5. If we do g6 or h5, we have to decide which one to do first, if it's either one of them is right. Queen e8 is by itself. I'm going to take a chance because I've been wrong before when I dismissed them, and I dismissed this d7 thing. So I'm going to go with queen d7, even though it goes slightly against my instinct. Oh, it was h5 first. At least I had the right idea. Oh boy. And he moves the knight. That's different. Do I take? Okay, my thoughts before I read the list. And the list looks a little shorter. I take, I move up. I like taking better. That diminishes the pawns around his king. Then like d7, that sort of thing. But where is he going with this knight? He's intended to come over here. Queen d7 will stop him from... Well, not really, because he's got the pawn there. Rook b4 sounds about right now. See, now rook b4 makes sense now. And that is up there. It's on the first on the list. No, no, we can't do that. Oh, no, 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 no. That would be the blunder of the century. He would fork us. Rook b4, he would fork us with the queen and the rook. Oh my goodness, I'm glad I stopped myself and saw that. Yeah, rook b4, knight c6, forking the rook and the queen. That would be a fucking disaster. Oh, excuse my French. Well, so rook b4 is definitely off the list. Let's just scroll down to one down. Queen d7 is still on there. Queen e8 is still on there. Queen e7 is silly. That's another fork. So that's off the list. H takes G4. I still like that one the best. I'm going to go with that one. Correct. Thank you. Whew. We just barely averted a disaster. Me and my drinking my wine and choking on my vaping device here. Now it looks much better. Now I can see why I wanted to take that pawn. I could take the other pawn now by simply taking with the bishop, but then he takes my pawn. Or I can leave the bishop there to protect that pawn and move queen d7, threatening the pawn anyway. I still like queen d7. And rook b4, go to hell. You're not happening. Not right now anyway. So it's bishop takes g4 or queen d7. Queen d7 is better because, you know, if he moves the pawn up, I'm just going to put him in check and take the pawn anyway. Queen d7 sounds like the more obvious to me. Incorrect. It's queen e8. What? Say what? He takes the pawn. What the flock? And well, now I got to take your pawn. I'm not even going to look at it. Bishop takes g4. Give me a break. Incorrect. Queen e2. What? All right. Okay. I'm not gonna, again. I'm not going to look. Queen g4. Check. Right? Is it up there? Yes, it is. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. Incorrect. F takes g5. Oh my goodness. All right. And he moves his queen. Now what? Can I put you in check now? Is it all right? Do I have your permission? There's only two choices now. It's bishop takes c2. Or queen g4 check. Bishop takes c2 is actually a better idea. You know why? Because if he takes, I'm going to take his rook. And what can he do? He can't put me in check right away. There's no checks for him. I'm going to go with bishop takes c2. Correct. Hey, I finally got one right. It was obvious. It was a little bit more obvious than the other two. Well, now we put him in check. Well, there's a long list here. I'm not even going to... You know what? Screw you. I'm not even going to look. It's got to be queen g4 check. I don't care what you say. If I'm wrong, then I'll have another glass of wine. All right, let's do it. Incorrect. I guess I have to have another glass of wine. It was bishop e4. I guess. I didn't look at the whole list. It was a long list. I didn't bother analyzing it. Okay. I'm probably going to get a lower score today. And what did he take? He took one of my pawns? Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. All right. Okay. I'm trying to make this one faster. I actually, I don't know how long this has been, but I've been trying to make it a little faster than the last few that we did. And I've been ignoring some of the list. But now that he did this, you know, the check move is still viable, but I'm thinking maybe now I should move the rook over to f8. And that is up there, is it? Yes, rook f8 is up there. That would be a decent move. That would be a checkmate threat. See, rook f8, and the next move would be queen takes, and that would be checkmate. So there's the queen g4 check. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to do this, and it's going to tell me that the queen g4 would have been right? But that's okay. I'm gonna go with rook f8. It's queen g4 check. What did I tell you? It's queen g4 check. Son of a beach nut, sugarless scum. I'll be damned. This thing, this person, Rachevsky, does not play like I play. And he's the master, not me. So I guess you got to listen to him. Oh, now we're on the bonus questions. They don't even give me the rest of it. Excuse me. I don't feel sick, so I think it's allergies. The weather has been strange lately. And I live in the Pine Barrens, so the pine pollen might be coming up. How does black answer d takes c6? Well, I'm not sure. I mean, there's bishop e4. No, can't do that. This bishop takes b1. Oh well, there's if you want to trade queens, I can go c takes b2. Just not sure. I could simply take with the pawn, e takes d4, but then I'll take my bishop. I just don't know. I simply do not know. I'm tempted to take the pawn on b2, though. What about queen b6? I don't know. I'm a little buzzed and just a little tired and just don't know. How about we just do anything? Incorrect. Oh, it was c2. Oh well. Well, that was a lot of moves. After all that, how does black gain material? How does black gain material? Well, if we took the knight He takes with the rook. No. No, 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 no. If I sacrifice my knight, take the pawn. He takes my knight. I take his knight. He takes my bishop, and I take his rook and check, and then I can take his rook. I think. No, wait, there's queens there. If I took his knight now, I am a little bit too busted to really figure this out, so I'm going to go with my mistake. Nope, it was that. How? Oh well, they're not going to tell me. Bummer. I wish they would tell me. Bonus question number 3 is, how does white answer queen b4? Give the next move. Alright, so we're playing white now. How does white answer this? I could go bishop a3. Yeah, bishop a3. Then I get his bishop. Oh, I'm wrong. Incorrect. White answers with knight takes knight takes f6. Oh gosh, I'm getting so many wrong here. Well, I hope you guys have been doing better than I've been doing tonight. Alright, how does white reply to queen b3? Put him in check. Knight e7. I can move rook a3, threaten the queen. I like the check idea. I can move queen e6 check. I'm going to think about this one for a minute. I've been getting too many wrong. I got to see if I can get one right. I could also move knight d4, threaten his queen. Let's do that. Oh, that was wrong. Queen e7. Why? I don't know. Oh, because there's a checkmate threat here. Boy, I'm really not doing well tonight, folks. I'm sorry. I hope you guys have been doing better. What happens if black plays g6? Well, I could put him in check. I can move the knight to check. I can move the queen to check. I can move the knight over here to check. I don't know. Check. Or what if I don't put him in check at all and just move the queen here? Or if I just get the knight out of danger and just put him in here. Oh, I was right the first time. Damn it, I was right the first time. I gotta remember to take my first thought and go with it. Okay. Next. How does white would continue with this? Very good question. He's threatening our rook. Well, we could pin his knight. And right now it seems like the best viable option. No way! Are you kidding me? I suppose, yeah, now that I look at it, it takes, I take, check. See, I'm just not thinking. I am just not getting my thoughts into a long list of moves tonight. I'm thinking one or two moves ahead and that's it, instead of thinking 3 or 4. Now this one is a little different. What if I sacrifice my knight? Oh, that was incorrect. You're kidding me. Oh, how stupid of me. Of course, sacrifice the queen takes, and then you put him in check, forking the queen, and you get your queen back. Ladies and gentlemen, forgive me for being so weak chess player tonight. Let's see if I can get one out of these fucking few things right. Knight e3. How does black answer knight e3? Well, just take the pawn anyway. I was gonna say queen. I was gonna say attack the queen. Damn it. Come on, give me one right. All right. Obviously, I'm not in a good chess playing mood tonight. You know, I have my weekdays, and today's one of those days. I'm seeing a fork. So, bonus question number 9 is, how does white meet 31 rook b4, attacking his knight? Gives white's best move. His best move. Come on, guys. If this is wrong, I'm going to throw Chessmaster in the garbage. fork you. There it is. Finally. Finally. If that was so obvious, I mean, that one was so obvious that even I couldn't get that one wrong. All right. So how does black respond to knight e6? Is this the time where I move the rook up? Let me see. He takes, I take, he takes. And no. I don't know. This is not so obvious, people. At least it's not obvious for me, like the other one was. No. Does he expect me to trade the queen? No way. This one is very, very difficult. I don't know. Alright, how about queen d7? I was going to say that. I really was. I really was going to say that. Damn it. I'm too fucking buzzed tonight to do this. Bonus question number 11 is, at the end of the game, how many moves does it take for black to force a mate? Wow, this is a tough one. In my lack of chess playing ability tonight, it's extra tough. Does it take 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? 1, 2, 1, 2. You can't move that. Oh, this was that problem before where I said it was going to be a forced mate. It's either 2 or 3, but my mind is too buzzed right now to figure out if it's 2 or 3. It's like 1, then he moves somewhere. I'm not sure where. No, he can't be allowed to take the rook, so you have to move the rook first. So it's 1, 2. I'm going to say 2. Oops. Oh, it's 3. I'm getting so many wrong tonight. This complicated game, difficult to play, difficult to comprehend, late opening, yes. I'm glad you're saying that it was complicated because I sure as hell had a hard time with it. So, let's see our score. I got 54 out of 100. I didn't do all that bad. You know, it wasn't as high as last time, but I certainly, I was bashing myself for getting so many wrong, but in reality, it seems that I didn't do any worse than last, couple of times. I even got one time, I forget what game it was, if it was 2 or 3, I lowered myself to a Class B, so as long as I'm still in the Class A, not as high in the Class A as I was in the last one, but at least I stayed in Class A. Hey, what can I say? I'm A class, man. Thank you, Lewis, again, and I hope you enjoyed this ridiculous, match to masters. Next one is, of course, number 7, and I hope to be a little bit more prepared next time. This one was a little bit frivolous. I wasn't really prepared. I was sort of just throwing it out there because the graphs on my analytics were telling me that it was time to make another video, but I really didn't want to. I kind of forced it out of myself. But nevertheless, the results weren't as bad as I thought they would be. Comments, suggestions, slaps in the face. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And